purpose-built devices as well as a general device that allows you to do many things. And I think different people have different expectations.
And on the television, how will it evolve? What will, because you're also working, as you mentioned, on the next generation television. So how will it evolve on the next generation, on this new television that you're talking about? Will things dramatically change the way we watch it as well?
I don't think the way we watch it will change. I think the way we access content will change. Whether we access content through a small device that we own, through a small device that allows you to safely and inexpensively rent or buy movies. I think the content access will change, and that's what we're focused on, right? How we allow that television to connect to that content.
The content itself, which will drive a lot of these changes, will need to be probably tailored, let's say, for mobile's needs, or maybe, as you're talking of the new television that will exist. Are you working with content providers across the world which could be driving this usage of these products itself?
I'll tell you what we mainly work with content providers on these days is how do we enable them to protect their content? How do we enable the commerce to take place, but them to do it in a safe, protected way? So whether the viewing itself or listening itself actually changes over time, I think you'll see some wireless things come to play. But we'll spend much more time with them on the distribution models and the safe and secure distribution models.
Mm-hmm. And if I may ask you to do some crystal ball gazing, what kind of growth are you seeing for the Indian market? Because still we remain an under-penetrated market given the kind of population that we have. The promise is what is looking to be great.
Well, I will tell you that the Indian market, I won't throw a broad number down for you, but when you talk about numbers like 100 million cell phone providers a year now accessing communication, when we look at some of the wireless providers and what they're doing broadly to enable people to use the wireless capabilities that are now available, we clearly see very, very strong growth for a long time to come. That's why we've invested in infrastructure here, why we invested in manufacturing here, and continue to invest in both people and hard assets. And we spend a lot of time now working on kind of the soft assets, right? How do we facilitate the logistics infrastructure so we can get products to market quickly and effectively?
And when you say those, the hard and the soft issues that are of concern, any policy-related issues which you would like the government to address and hear you?
Well, we've had several meetings with the government this week, and you know, one of the things we see is kind of a fluctuating tax base, a fluctuating incentive base. And as we've made significant investments in infrastructure, you know, having incentives come and go becomes very difficult. We just need a kind of stable, level playing field from that perspective.
At what time would you say that you'd start looking at exports very seriously? Any number that you've thought of? Any benchmark you can give?
No, I think the benchmark we give, the benchmark we look at is first making sure that the Indian market is well covered. As we grow from there and some of the adjacent markets in this area grow, we'll continue to look at how we do that. I think our logistics markets are changing pretty significantly from air to ocean, air to truck. And as we look at those types of models, again, you started this talking about the importance of cost to customers. You know, for us, both the time in transit as well as the cost of transportation is what's really important.
Todd Bradley, thank you so much for being with us and speaking to us.
My pleasure. Thank you.